Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my report for next week, which is March the 27th. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so this report also is on my blog at jenniferangel.com. So if you want to read it rather than listen to it, then you can do that, okay? And also the weekly horoscopes are on jenniferangel.com on the horoscope page. All right, so let's see what's happening next week. So as we near the end of the first quarter for 2023, wow, didn't that happen quickly? So this week's going to close the month of Mars, beginning with a conjunction. This is when two planets are at the same degree, usually in the same sign, but not always. So this conjunction is between communication planet Mercury and the abundance planet Jupiter, the planet of abundance and growth, transformation. We love Jupiter. So both are in the sign of Aries. And as this powerful energy of the sun is also in Aries, then these three vibratory, powerful energies provide the opportunity to not only have discussions, but to move those discussions into action points. Okay, so the action points will lead to outcomes, and outcomes that are agreeable to all concerned, win-win situations. I mean, that's the best, isn't it? So you can really sort of do that right now. Now, Jupiter in Aries is proactive and visionary. And excuse my voice because I'm just still right at the end of bronchitis. It's just the gift that keeps giving, But I'm feeling much better, just that my voice hasn't caught up as yet. So, with Jupiter in Aries, Jupiter is a very visionary and proactive type energy, and Aries likes to initiate and get things done. So you couple that with the creative energy of Mercury and your thoughts this week, you can get like powerful flashes of inspiration. Okay, so you need to take notice of this, particularly upon waking. Like, it's a good idea just to have a journal by your bedside. And then as you wake, in any dreams that remember. Personally, for me, when I remember my dreams, they really have a message for me. Okay, so I find that very, very interesting. Might not be the same for you, but dreams are powerful. So when you sort of cache that essence of the thoughts and feeling, most importantly, the feeling behind them, and get it down in your journal, then later on you can look over it and it can make more sense. Does for me anyway. And so inspiration, as well as your inner wisdom from your heart, can really take you by surprise now. And it's up to you, as I said, to take the notes, evaluate whether it feels right for you. And if so, then that's when you want to move forward with, feeling motivated, because, Mars is a very motivated sign. And, the dedication will keeping your desired outcome in focus. You always want to stay focused on the outcome, okay? Not where you've come from, but where you're going. So midweek, Venus, the goddess of relationships and governs money as well, will also be in a conjunction, and be in a conjunction with Uranus, so the planet of sudden developments. So, keep in mind that Venus, is the planet of love, and it's, in Taurus, it's one of the signs that it rules, so it's very powerful here. This is also the second house of the zodiac, and that represents, firstly, it governs relationships, mostly the relationship you have with yourself, okay? And how you feel about attracting and receiving what's good for you. It's the place of position in the solar chart of self-worth. So you want to keep in mind and take note of any unworthy feelings, especially around money and as well as relationships. And relationships more so that are of a permanent nature. So if you have any feelings of restriction or blocked energy, or you're going to a negative sort of rave at the back of your mind, don't worry, we've all done it. Then you want to ask for this energy to be released and replace any negative or despondent feelings or feelings of procrastination. And procrastination can sometimes just be fear that you're stepping back because it doesn't feel right or it feels uncomfortable. Well, guess what? When you get that uncomfortable feeling, that's when you need to move forward, because that's when you're on the precipice of change. So it's a powerful position to be in. So you want to replace that with positive affirmations. So, catch it. Like the first step, as Mary Morrissey always says, I love her, the first step is noticing. Okay, so the moment you notice, then you're in that growth space, and that's when you can catch it and turn it around and pivot it to a more powerful thought and affirmation. Okay. So you want to focus your attention on always on what you desire, what you want to receive in life, what you want to attract, okay? Instead of focusing on, what you've done or where you've come from. And, most of us suffer from that, that's a syndrome. I just can't think of the name of it at the moment, where we don't feel we're good enough. Someone will come up with it, drop it in the chat for me. And so you want to think of the things that you've accomplished in life and what you've done in life. All right. So this is really important right now, because the conjunction between Venus and Uranus, because Uranus can bring surprises that you just don't expect. Okay. And and I call this aspect as like, get ready, love is on the way. Okay. So, of course, from every sign, it's going to represent a different area of your life, but the vibratory energy is still the same, no matter where it falls in your chart, solar chart. And of course, then when we look at your personal chart, which is really the most amazing insights that come through, then it brings up a whole other level of information and insight. All right. So, with this surprise element, the more prepared that you are, and the more open that you are to doing self-transformational work, because let's not forget, excuse me, let's not forget, as I said earlier, this is a position of self-worthiness. So the more open you are to doing that and to look within for your answers rather than outside, then the less likelihood you will have of sabotaging your process. Okay. We've all done that as well. And there's many reasons why we sabotage ourselves. I mean, it can be like fear, and maybe it's just not really what you want to do. So think about that too. Sometimes we do things for other people, or we do it because we feel we should do it. Then we have a fear of success, or, fear of failure. If you've been watching me for a while, you probably know that I work with John Assaraf. I love him, and I do some of his programs. I love him so much that I became an affiliate partner for him. And if you go onto my program section on jenniferangel.com, then he does have a course. I can't think how much it is right now, but it's not over the top expensive, about breaking down fears, and so I've actually done that course. It's really good. So if you want to have a look at, go through and have a look at that. All right, so the week is going to conclude with an interaction between action planet Mars and Saturn. Now, Saturn is a planet of caution and stability. So even though these two planetary energies are opposite in nature, Mars wants to be impulsive, Saturn wants to pull back and be cautious. That cautiousness and the Mars impulsiveness, they really can work well together, because here's the thing, it's in the water sign. So it's a water astral trine. A trine is like an easy passage, like it opens up for low or no resistance. Okay, so with Saturn in Pisces and Mars in Cancer, both on this water sign. Now, Cancer is a mutable cardinal sign, sorry, and Pisces is a mutable sign. So these two here are a little bit clashing as well, but once again work together because the Saturn in Pisces just helps the Saturn to go with the flow a bit. Not easy for Saturn, and the Mars in Cancer, can just sort of with that push forward to get things done. So the water element provides more flow in the energy, and the trine provides a passage of least or no resistance. So in this case, these two planets in this formation can work extremely well together. Saturn aims to build solid foundations as well, while Mars puts some urgency to push forward, because Saturn can get all tied up in the doing of things, where Mars just go, let's just get this done, okay? And so in that sense, you can take a project, particularly a creative project, from thought to reality. And this is the best time to do this because Mercury is going to go retrograde next month, towards the end of next month. I think it's around the 20th. Don't quote me on that. I'll be doing a report on it, of course. Okay, so, all right, but, because the ever-moving water element, then this week you want to exercise flexibility, okay, because the water element can be changeable. You think of the water signs. Water is like not always cut and dried, so you want to have a little bit of flexibility just to see what comes up and to be able to go with it. Okay. All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these weekly reports and the rest of my work. And, if you would like to have a session with me and we look at your birth chart, then please reach out to me. You can reach out Jennifer at jenniferangel.com or through my website, of course. Okay. All right, much love for you. I hope you all have an amazing week.